And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just restarted because of the lagging issues. Hopefully that helps all of you back at home. The score is currently 4-0 with 8:23 left to play in the third quarter. We did see a red card, and that sent off Vincent Sturgerwald of the Oly-Pen Force. One of their main defenders is now out of this game. And Everett is having a massive chance. And another goal has been scored by Everett. Delayed reaction there. Wasn't sure if the keeper was able to get a hand in on it. Now some discussion on whether there was or wasn't a goal. And a power play is being called. Much confusion. Everett thought they scored a goal, and all of a sudden, they did not. Now we have a power play, and the score will still be 4-0 with 8:04 left. Refs now discussing with Everett as Everett believes the goal should still stand. And even if it wasn't scored on the initial, there was the potential own goal. Looks like it is a power play for Ollie Force. As Everett is currently down a man, Christiana Whitaker holding back Vincent. I apologize, not Vincent, Michael Nation, as Vincent Surgeballer is out. Noe Bentacourt with the ball, 2 men on him. Everett still pressing forward even though they are down a man. Christiana Whitaker, Julio Harmeo, Noe Bentacourt, and Diego Alvarado are on the pitch down a man. Still being able to keep and force the Oly-Pen Force team all the way back to center. Not many chances for them to have scored, as currently looks like Diego De Luna is bringing the ball. I apologize, that is Izzy De Luna bringing the ball forward, sends it over to Cole Jarrett. Cole Jarrett able to get through 2 of the defenders, passes the ball over to Alejandro, sends the ball in to his teammate. Alejandro Hernandez dumping the ball back off with Cole Jarrett. Cole Jarrett picking up the ball, sends it down to the corner where Izzy De Luna is. Fernando, I apologize. The ball being stolen by Everett and now being repossessed by Ollie Force. Cole Jarrett calling for the ball. However, it looks like Izzy De Luna goes the opposite direction with it. And the ball is sent through, trying to get to Diego De Luna, but is picked up by Leonardo Hermeo. Ball all the way back to Gio, and back to Diego. Sent over to Leonardo. Leo sends it to Gio, who sent the ball on a far out, but was unable to clear it. It was picked up by Alejandro, who takes a shot and off the back of Noe Bentacourt. Alejandro now picking up the ball, sends it over to Izzy, and a foul will be called. Handball on Cole Jarrett. Everett with the ball as Mark Grados comes on, sends the ball over to Victor Aguilar, plays it through to Peter Kingston, and Everett is able to stop the power play with no goals. Alejandro trying to get the ball from Gio. Sent wide, Mark sends it back to Gio, and is being pressed by Cole Jarrett. And there is a collision at center field between Manuel Segura and number 32 of the Oly-Pen Force. Ben Croak with the hard fall, able to get back up. Everett with the ball, Peter Kingston being pressed by Ben deep. So, sent back over to Gio. Gio sends it over. Mark at center field loses the ball to Cole Jarrett. Cole Jarrett able to get around, unable to maintain possession though, as Everett's number 30, Antonio Latino, able to get the ball away. Peter Kingston with the ball, sends it high on a, it goes out of play. Referee calling for the ball. It will be a free kick at the top of the box. Peter Kingston, Jesus Rodriguez, and Manuel Segura making up the line. And a shot was taken by Alejandro Hernandez, and it goes wide. Great defending by Everett, forcing the ball all the way down to Ollie Force's keeper at their own red line, able to pass the ball over to Cole Jarrett. Back to David Maherd. Jesus trying to steal the ball from David Maherd, the goalkeeper. However, he is forced to give it over to Cole Jarrett, who is then picked up by Jesus Rodriguez. Manuel Segura trying to steal the ball from Izzy DeLuna. Izzy DeLuna with a chance, takes a shot, and is stopped by the hand of Everett and goes out of play through the door opening. Take a look at this amazing chance here. Sends it up on a through ball. And just barely does Gio get a hand on it, forcing it to go wide. And now at the top of the box, it is Izzy DeLuna. There is 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. The score is 4-0. Everett currently with a shutout. If they can hold on, this would be their second shutout of the year. Sends it through, trying to get the wall to jump, unable to do it. Cole Jarrett heads the ball over to Izzy DeLuna. However, it is picked up by Garapam. Garapam Singh is getting the ball through off the wall. He runs towards the center, back to be center field, and Fernando kicks it off the wall with a chance, and doesn't come of anything. Everett wanted a foul, no fouls were called, and Izzy DeLuna kicks the ball back to the corner. Now Garapam Singh is still fighting for the ball, sends it wide, and Ollie Force will pick it up. Currently being handled by Francesco. Francisco was able to keep Everett from scoring and pull the ball back, setting up for his own team. However, they're unable to find an offensive forward play. The great deep defending of Everett City. Garapam bouncing him. An advantage is being played. However, Garapam Singh will get a foul, and the ball will go back to Ollie Force. It was Michael Nation that it happened on. Just goes through, bumps him before he ever touches the ball and doesn't play the ball, and as soon as he touches it, advantage will be played. Great stop by Giovanni. Sends it over down the field to Cristiano Whitaker. Cristiano Whitaker able to get through two defenders. He's currently being defended by Diego De Luna, as he's able to send the ball back over to Noe, who sends it down to the corner to Cristiano. Cristiano falling, and a foul being called on Diego De Luna. Noe Bentacourt in the corner. Everett calls timeout. Noe decided to call the timeout.
Hey, listen up. Hey, listen up. So, this is how we set up. Go straight on the ball. These guys coming deep. Leave this middle area open, and then.
Vamos! Vamos! There we go. Sí, sí.
Victor Aguilar sends the ball in off the corner. Over to Mark, who sends it wide. Victor Aguilar with the ball. He bounced it off the wall. Edgar Tavares goes for a shot. Goes high, though, unfortunately. Hits the top. Ollie Force is with the possession of the ball. Sends it over to Izzy DeLuna. David Maherg with the ball. Sends it deep to the corner. Noe Bentzcourt will be the first one to get it. And keeps it in play. Fernando able to pick the ball up. Sends it back over to Noe. And there will be a call as it seems that Brian Wetherington is holding his nose. Potential unintentional contact from Fernando, but a foul is being called. Fernando is able to stop a deflection, however, it goes out of play. Shot was taken by Francisco. And now ball goes on a deep play in from Izzy DeLuna. However, he goes too high and doesn't get it off the wall. He hits the net. And that is the end of the third quarter. Score of 4-0. Everett City is up, but the pressure is being put on heavily here late by Oli Force.
Hey, listen up, listen up. Hey, listen up. So, this out set up. Go straight out the ball. These guys coming deep. Leave this middle area open, and then.
Vamos! Vamos! There we go. Sí, sí.
And with a score of 4-0, we are going to start the fourth quarter. Looks like the players played the ball before the referees were quite ready. A false start, if you will. Everett with the ball, sends it through. Giovanni almost caught, not paying attention, however, able to pick up the ball. Sends it over to Leo. Ball stolen, and the first goal for Ollie Force has been scored by their number 32, Ben Croak. Just a bad read here, it looks like. Rolling the ball out to Leo Jarameo. It was unready, thought it was going to be harder than it was, and just a quick steal and shot high. First error tonight from our goalkeeper. I'm sure that he's not going to be happy about that, but that was a phenomenal stand so far. Allowing just one. While he doesn't have his clean sheet, it's still been a phenomenal performance from him. Giovanni Castillo with the ball. Sends it forward. Garapam Singh unable to get it. Picked up by their keeper. Rolled out over to Izzy DeLuna. Sent back and then given over to Francisco, who sends it deep to Izzy DeLuna. Now the ball is picked up by number 8, Andrew Hollis. Sends it back over to Francisco. 3-goal deficit now with 13:58 to play. Everett starting to push, trying not to allow any momentum for this Ollie Force team to even consider making a comeback. Hollis sends it over to DeLuna. Sends it back to Maherg. To DeLuna. Garapam feeding in between the two defenders and goalkeepers, trying to find a steal. Forced them to play it deep, which caused the error to allow Noe to get the ball over to Fernando. Fernando sends the ball back over to Noe. Noe looking for his help as he sends it deep to Cristiano Whitaker, but it is picked up by Michael Nation. Michael Nation sends the ball over to Hollis. Andrew Hollis sends the ball all the way through to Diego De Luna. David Maherg sends the ball over to Michael Nation. Michael Nation sends it deep over Fernando's head to be played at the corner for Diego De Luna. Fernando there on top of him, not allowing any through passes made. Cristiano Whitaker with the steal gets it back over to Fernando, who sends it on a through pass to Peter Kingston. Peter Kingston able to get the ball over to Mark Garandos. Mark Garandos dishes it back over to the keeper, Giovanni Castillo. Peter Kingston loses the ball to Michael Nations, and they fall, and Michael Nations falls on top of Noe Bentecourt, and Peter Kingston falls down as well. Foul has been called. Ollie Force will be given the ball. Some interesting chirps from the crowd as Ollie Force still has the ball, given back over to DeLuna. DeLuna on a through ball, but is scooped up easily and quickly by Gio. Gio able to send the ball deep just inside the red line for no penalty. Peter Kingston fighting Alejandro for possession of the ball. Jesus Rodriguez had a chance for a steal, unable to get it as now he's forcing the ball deep. Cole Jarrett sending the ball back to the keeper, who sends it over to Izzy DeLuna. Izzy DeLuna sends it to the corner. However, 3-line violation is called. That was a great call by the referee. I couldn't tell if he was quite inside or over the line. Everett with the ball at the red line. Victor Aguilar getting the ball, sends it over to Manuel Segura. Manuel Segura passes to the corner. Jesus Rodriguez. Manuel Segura gets the ball back, takes a shot, and stopped by the keeper with the second chance from Leonardo Hermeo. Now, Diego took a big shot, however, goes off the leg of Cole Jarrett. Cole Jarrett sends it to the net, so Everett resets. Victor Aguilar back over to Manuel Segura, who sends it on across to Diego. Back to Victor, back to Manuel. Manuel back to Victor. There is a 3-man press being played right now by Ollie Force. Everett's going to go all the way back to their own keeper. Victor Aguilar going to be in a foot race at the wall with 2 defenders on him. He had Izzy Diego de Luna on him, and also looked like he had Jonathan Mendoza on him, forcing Everett to play back. Now the ball is played off the wall by Gio, sent forward to Manuel Segura. Manuel Segura fighting hard at the wall with number 13, Francisco Bajaras. Gio with the ball, sends it over to Mark. Mark on a cross over to Victor. Victor Aguilar sends it over to Jesus Rodriguez, who sends it back to Victor at the wall. Sent over to Gio. Gio's going to play the ball deep on a ground through ball. Scooped up, however, by Fernando. And Jesus with a one-on-one chance, tried to go for a 5-hole, but it was easily stopped by David Maherg. Now the ball is being picked up by number 8 of Everett. Played through, however, it is unable to score. Rogelio Martinez did not have a chance to score. He was too far out and played it too low. Ollie Force with the ball. Everett showing great signs that they're still playing aggressive here. They're very mad about that one goal and want to get it back. This is only a 3-goal deficit now. 9 minutes and 22 seconds left. Both teams playing very hard. Both pressing. Michael Nation sends the ball off the wall to the corner where it's picked up by Mark. Mark able to play the ball with Victor Aguilar in support. Trying to force a mistake from Izzy DeLuna, who takes a shot, goes way too high and hits the net for an out of play. Keeper's ball. Everett quickly shifting, going deep. Ball is rolled from the keeper to Mark Garados. Gio sends the ball forward to Diego. Diego with the ball, looking for an open man, finds it in Fernando. Fernando going to play through the center, however, looks like Hollins comes through, able to force an error. Diego has to kick, and it goes out of play. However, not off of Diego, off of deflection. Everett has the ball, setting up at the top of the box with a kick and a goal! That is the second for Diego Alvarado tonight. Quick pass in play here. Let's take a look at that again. Excellent way to set this play up. Noe Bensacourt sees he's open, fakes a kick, and then sends it through for the one-time touch right to the bottom corner. Fed it through perfectly. Watch the keeper's foot just miss this. Absolute perfect timing there for that goal. It is 5-1 with 8:15 left to play. Everett controlling the scoring all game. Shot was taken and headed out by Manuel Segura. Currently, Peter Kingston with the ball. Only man back for Everett so far. Able to get the ball through two defenders. Does still, however, lose it when the third arrives. And ball is sent out of play on Ollie force by number 10. That is Alejandro Hernandez. Noe kicks the ball in, sends it over to Gio. Sent it back, sent forward. Leo with the ball, sends it over for the one-on-one. Jesus doesn't have control, can't take a shot, has to send it all the way back to the top to Peter Kingston. Sent back over to Leo Harmeo. No way, Bensacourt with it. Jesus with the ball, doesn't have it. Almost an own goal by Brian Wetherington. Jesus able to get the ball away from Brian Wetherington, but here comes Alejandro with it. Jesus falls down, and then Alejandro goes down as well. Foul has been called. Ollie Force with the ball. Alejandro Hernandez is going to kick it in over to his goaltender, David Maherd. Izzy DeLuna with the ball, sends it back to David Maherd. Sends it back over to Alejandro. Ollie Force missing their main defender, Vincent Sturgerwald, because of the red card early in the third. I apologize, late in the third. He was shown a red card after a collision with Noe Bensacourt. Currently, Izzy DeLuna with the ball, takes the chance, and a shot goes high, unable to capitalize on it for Ollie Force. Cole Jarrett playing the ball then. Noe Bensacourt now with the ball. Alejandro Hernandez with that shot. He looked like he had a good look there, but the defense was just able to get there. As he has another chance, Alejandro kicks, but it goes high off the wall, all the way back to the keeper. Fernando pressed deep. Cole Jarrett with possession of the ball passes over to Izzy DeLuna. DeLuna passes the ball over to Hernandez, who gives it back over to Jarrett. Everett forcing them to keep playing at the red line, not allowing many through passes at all. Alejandro with a chance. He goes low, and it goes off the leg of Noe Bensacourt. So far, a phenomenal defensive standing right here in these series of shots from Everett City. Michael Nation with a chance, but it goes off the leg of number 8, that of Everett. That's going to be Rogelio Martinez. Getting the stop, however, it does go out of play. DeLuna passes the ball in to Hollis. Back to DeLuna, back to the keeper, Maherd. DeLuna tries to play it in, however, it is going to be stopped by Antonio Latino. Fernando with a chance, one-on-one. He shoots, but Cole Jarrett able to force his shot to go wide. Michael Nations is fighting for the possession of the ball, and Fernando unable to maintain too much. However, picked up back at center by Mark Arados. Mark Arados able to get the ball over to Noe, and two go down. Mark Arados goes down, being dragged by one of the Ollie Force defenders. Foul having been called. Looks like it was number 17. That is Jonathan Mendoza the foul was on. A blue card power play has been given. Discussion between the ref as they put down into their notes. With 4:14 left, the score is 5-1. A blue card has been shown. There will be a power play that will come out with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. With a 4-goal deficit, sure. But Everett does not want to start letting up any late goals now. This is what they allowed to happen last week when they played the Oly-Town Artesians and ended up losing that game with several quick consecutive goals, putting it out of reach for them in an unfortunate 2-4 score. However, while they've been controlling the game this time, a comeback is not out of the question just yet. Blue card on Everett. Looks like the current people we have out to defend is Victor Aguilar. Looks like a blue card had been picked up instead. Must have counted fouls only to realize they were 5 instead of 6. So there will not be a power play for either team here. As we have Jesus Rodriguez, Victor Aguilar, Leo Hermeo, Cristiano Whitaker, and Diego Alvarado on the pitch. Cristiano lined up in front of Izzy DeLuna. Next to him is the high power goal scorer of Alejandro Hernandez. Leo with the ball, sends it deep, bounces to the back corner. Everett deciding to stay playing defensive here. Cristiano Whitaker and Diego go forward, but only to the red line, not trying to press too hard. Just keep the ball back and close down these passing lanes. Everett currently is playing in a 2-2-1 right now. Cristiano Whitaker sends the ball on a through pass. However, it does not get to Diego. It goes to the goalkeeper as Cole Jarrett has to cover the goal while the keeper was out. Having switched positions now, Everett gets the ball at their own red line with a quick steal from a through pass of Leonardo. Leo gets the ball to Cristiano, who gives it over to Diego. Sends it all the way back to the center line to Leo. Sends it back over to goalkeeper Gio. Victor with the ball now as he's being pressed by number 17, Jonathan Mendoza. Played at the wall with Leo and Michael Nations. Cristiano Whitaker currently being defended by both Ben Croak and Alejandro. Gio with the ball sends it back over to Victor. Victor being pressed by Michael Nations. Finds an open man. It's Manuel Segura at our own red line. Everett City has a chance. Fernando helping out with the through. And 3-line will be called. That is a foul on the keeper for 3-line. Everett City will have the ball at the top of the box. 2 minutes and 37 seconds are left with the score of 5-1 still. Fernando and Mark inside goal. And a shot had been taken by Manuel Segura. Unfortunately, the keeper was able to keep the ball out. Manuel Segura brings the ball all the way back to his team. Gio with the ball. Passes over to Diego. Diego gives back to Gio. Gio is able to get the ball through. Bounces inside. No 3-line foul will be called. And is picked up by Fernando. Fernando absolutely fighting for the ball with DeLuna. DeLuna and a fall comes. First from Alejandro, then from Fernando. 2 minutes and 4 seconds are left in the fourth quarter. As Noe Bentancur kicks the ball in. Looks like Noe Bentancur and Gio will be playing the ball. And the ball goes through over to number 5 of Everett. That's Eduardo Rocha. Gives over to Diego. Diego with a fancy move, unable to score as he falls, and then it looks like Michael Nations falls over him. No fouls had been called. Just some accidental tripping being called. Manuel Segura with the ball, sends it back over to Gio, sends over to Noe Bentacourt. Noe Bentacourt off the wall on a through, gives it over to Diego. Unfortunately, does not get back to Noe as Cole Jarrett now has the ball one-on-one and hits the post, goes wide. Unfortunately, Cole Jarrett does score when he gets the ball back after the post, able to go through the keeper. The score is 5-2 now with a minute 14 left. Score of 5-2. Still 3 goals that they need to come back for a tie. Does not seem as though they will have a chance, but the game is getting much closer as we go on. Victor Aguilar with the ball, sends it back over to Gio. Gio is going to send it wide over to Leo. Leo sends it through, picked up by Martinez. Plays it through, tries to give it back to himself for a score, unable to do so. As now, Adrian Martinez playing through the center, trying to hold DeLuna back. Unable to score off of his own bounce there. And it is headed by Adrian Martinez over. Leo is able to bounce it off the wall, keep it inside the red line. It is now, and a foul will be called. 38 seconds left. DeLuna shoved number 8, Rogello. And Everett City's going to call a timeout for the penalty shot. Apparently, it will be a free kick instead of a penalty, as they said he was not in his shooting motion. It will still be Everett's ball after the timeout.
Hey, listen up, listen up. Hey, listen up. So, this out set up. Go straight on the ball. These guys coming deep. Keep this middle area open, and then.
Vamos! Vamos! There we go. Sí, sí.
Finishing up of the timeout here just momentarily. We have 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Everett has a free kick that they will be taking potentially at the red line where Cristiano Whitaker is standing. Everett City coming back out with a score of 5-2. It's very hard for you to think of how they could potentially lose this game. But let's see if we can add another goal to it. Continue with the 4-goal gap. Cristiano Whitaker at the red line. Everyone behind. It's going to be a penalty shot. That means as soon as he goes, everyone from the red line, from the half line, can go after him. Good showing of sportsmanship between the keeper and Cristiano before we go back out of play. Looks like even Giovanni Castillo has come up to his own red line. Now going further back, expecting a potential chance at a charge. As soon as the whistle goes, everyone is allowed to go. And here we go, Cristiano with a chance. Fakes a shot and scores on the second! His second for the night. Cristiano Whitaker gets it on the penalty, bringing it to 6-2. Unfortunately, it's quite late. We were hoping to see a hat trick out of the man today, but 2 goals is still a phenomenal showing. Let's take a look at this beauty again. Here he hears the whistle. He goes forward. Looks like he either faked or missed the first shot and drills it on the second once the keeper dove. 25 seconds left with a foul, it looks like. Ball being carried forward to the red line. Everett with possession. Victor Aguilar sends the ball over to Cristiano Whitaker. Sends it over to... Oh, and a shove. No foul has been called. That could have been a third for Cristiano. And the ball goes high and wide out of net. Cristiano was slightly upset he didn't get a chance at that shot. And now deep pass to Cristiano as Adrian Martinez gets it off the second bounce. DeLuna with the ball. Victor Aguilar keeping him further back. Has to dump it over to Alejandro Hernandez. Sends it back over to DeLuna. And that's going to be the game with a final score of 6-2. A potential for a hat trick there right at the end. Unfortunately, unable to get it as your Everett City now go to 2-3 in the records. So your final score, 6-2. Everett City on top of Oly-Pen Force. Our next home game will be on the 6th of January. Please don't forget to come out and support your team. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and everyone for helping us. And we are very, very sorry about the first part of this stream here. Thank you, everyone, for coming out, and have a good night.